Throw Gang, we are joined by YZY Season 9's lead copywriter, Lauren Schlossman.
Nice.
And myself, the Captain King, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running the Boys, with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Before we get into a Larry original White Lives Matter, PTSD, rapper listening parties, and taking on an insane McDonald's eating challenge, let's get into a fit check.
I wouldn't say it's insane.
I'm
I'm not like psyched. I mean, I feel like I could do it, but I don't think it's insane.
going to have to stock up on extra toilet paper that day. That's all I know.
How long has your computer background been the Margot Tenenbaum wallpaper? wait, like, where did that come from?
I don't know. How'd you see it?
I mean, I guess I've never paid attention
Years,
to
I
it, but it
think
was
so.
just up.
Been years.
What was going through your mind when you made that decision?
Wait, like it's from the Royal Tenenbaums? No, it's a famous wallpaper from some like New York
Oh,
institution.
and it was
bar,
just like a Wes Andersonian
Yeah.
specific choice, but it's something else.
I had it on my computer before Wes Anderson had it in his fucking little films, his little movies.
It's also, we were talking about your newfound love of the Tacombe chip brand. What is it called? Los Pollos Hermanos? What is the
Vista Hermanos.
Yeah, they in Mecklenburg, where I go and get those because yes, I agree, best chips in the game. Great tortillas as well. Great salt. I mean, honestly, some of the best Mexican consumer goods. The wallpaper in Mecklenburg.
The meat riding is crazy right now.
The wallpaper in Mecklenburg is that, but like theirs is clearly like a direct reference to the Royal Tenenbaums.
The Al Pastor riding is crazy right now.
Damn, dude, you might need to. Are you going to change? Actually, you know what? Let's just see if you change your wallpaper.
Okay,
We'll
I'm
leave-
not going to because
you're not
I don't
going
care. The original's green in like the like Upper East Side, like Carlisle or Pierre Hotel, whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's what
It's something like that. It's like it's like a famous wallpaper from like the fucking 50s or Dickities or whatever.
I have an embarrassing wall. Do you know what my computer wallpaper is?
Is it Supreme?
No.
Is it Tyshawn popping over
Well,
the garbage can?
No, nothing is more embarrassing than like my array of stickers, my collage.
Is it the Tommy Ton, Kanye,
No.
Taz, Virgil, Paris Fashion Week photo?
No, I don't know where this would rank in terms of embarrassness compared to those things you just mentioned, but it's the Wolfgang Tillmans, Frank Ocean. It's the cover of Blonde.
That's right. Why?
Because I love Frank, dude, and I love fine art.
I thought it was gonna be like Kanye's like Confederate flag jacket or something.
Have you and your girlfriend debated going to to his show and like seeing the OG, the giant Frank and
What is this Frank Ocean show? I'm not cultured like
no,
you
no,
are.
it's Wolfgang Tillmans who took the photo.
Okay.
It's like it's like a retrospective or something or some show.
No, I'm not.
Have you not seen it on Instagram 100 times? Like this is the new like tasteful like what do you call them, vibe pick? It's where you get your vibe pick.
I'm on fucking hood memes and like rap TV.
I follow Hoodville
like,
as well. But
yeah, Hoodville. Like you are on your like your inspiration fucking zoods.
Rap TV. Wolfgang Tillman shot dead in the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm looking at like Kodak Black like blessing up where PNB got murdered.
Yeah.
With like and Roscoe's and good chicken and waffles too.
I'm surprised how many people they've been arresting in relation to this PNB Rock murder. It's like there's like all these like co-conspirators. I just assume it was like one guy trying to like snatch a chain.
Okay.
There's like been like 6 arrests.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really on crime watch over here. You fucking cop.
Yeah. I
Fucking
contain multitudes.
Fucking
Anyway.
White Lives Matter ass motherfucker.
I don't believe that white lives matter.
Clip it.
I believe that all lives matter. No.
Clip Larry saying White Lives Matter. All white lives matter.
Clip that.
Arm all whites. White all arms.
All right, let's do a fit check, dude. Why don't you start?
Yeah. Upstairs in the fucking disgusting weather. I left New York like last week and it was like 70. Now it's like 50 and rainy.
But imagine you had gone to Charleston. It would have been
True. I would have been fucking gorped out.
Would have been worse.
Can't wait till it's fall so I'd really be dressing ass motherfucker. I was wearing our Legace.
We did an entire podcast about fall like dressing like archetypes.
Yeah,
and
which is
signifiers
great
and
until you get to like wintry mix and like November rain outro music.
Maybe.
That's not really but like I feel like I missed September and like I feel like October's already over because we're talking about fucking plans in November.
Yeah.
We're talking about coming to a city near you. If you live in flyover America, coming to a city near you.
We're going to.
We gotta start hyping that up. By the way,
we're going to a bunch of cities with shitty weather. Shitties.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. What were you wearing upstairs, bud?
I was wearing big Our Legacy clunker fucking combat boots that I caught from Workshop. I think they're a sample. I've never really seen them like out in the wild. They're huge.
They look like some like OG like YZY season type shit.
They're like they're like fucking like Nazi stomping boots.
Boots to stomp Nazis, not to goose step in.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Correct.
Just had to be clear.
Yes.
So it's already a very racially charged episode.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. South to West State pants, some fucking green like nylon joints because it's nasty out. Oh, I forgot the socks. Stussy tie-dyes that I feel bad. I didn't know that the Anonymousism X hip socks that Ollie finessed me, half of them were for you.
Yeah, he heard that complaint or that
is he gonna hook you up?
He said he was gonna send me my own pack,
right,
but
good.
yes, I called it. Half of those were for me. Who sends somebody 4 socks?
I don't know.
You send someone 2 socks.
The generous,
the 2 other socks are for your podcast and co-host.
No, well, we've talked about this already. You fumbled the finesse bag. Like you decided not to answer. You're like, oh, just send it to James or whatever.
No, again,
that's the tax. That's the tax I reap from being the fucking John's keeper.
That's not what happened. But guess what? As usual, everything's coming up TF. Now we're both getting 4 pairs of tie-dye socks.
There you go. Although I gave 2 of them to Asher with a big hog.
That's right.
As a housewarming gift.
Yeah.
Okay, Southwest State, fucking no back pocket at having Tenkara mesh pocket for the shitty weather. Stussy tie-dye socks. Stussy mesh tee underneath. With the I love this shirt.
It's a nice shirt, bro. What is the material?
316. It's like a pretty fucking
sturdy,
hefty. It's pretty sturdy, but it's not too
good
robust.
Buttons.
Yeah,
this is a nice shirt.
316. Is 316? I don't think they get. And shout out Andrew, the big homie. I don't think 316 gets like in the conversation, and I think they should when it comes to like New York brands.
Oh no,
are they a New York brand? Because like Andrew's in Queens, obviously, and like has been here for a minute, if not his whole life. Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. But like they need to be more in the conversation, I feel like. And people always talk about their pants and shit, but the shirting, and yes, we killed it with the pants.
We only furthered that narrative.
The day that you ate your own piss and passed out at the weed restaurant.
Yeah.
But this shirt is fucking incredible.
My brother's glory is coming out.
Yeah. You came out as a piss eater.
Yeah.
Mother of pearl buttons.
What I would say to you is yes, they are underrated because I think that there is this idea that people have that are not really like super familiar. Is that they're just a denim brand. I think that's what gets lost in translation is all of these other amazing garments like other types of pants and then even shirt.
But they had a vacation camp collar shirt this summer that was really fire. Yeah. That you saw like
good footwear collabs too.
Yeah, with Padmore. But yeah, this is fucking
Black
gas.
Stock,
it's like
mules, all that shit.
It's like a olivey, charcoaly, fucking 3-season shirt. Ticonderoga from Big Bean hat. Hanes boxers, sipping on Greenpoint's finest. What about yourself?
Just real quick, I think overshirts. We didn't mention them. I know we talked about flannels, but in the September issue, we didn't talk about overshirts. Overshirts are like the best fall garment.
Yeah.
And I feel like they don't get enough. Speaking of 316, not getting enough love. Just overshirts, generally speaking, I feel like are overlooked. No pun intended.
Oh, not overrated. Overshirts, underrated.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. All right. Is that a title?
No.
Okay, I wore cooked ass samba.
The title is White Lives Matter. Quote, attributed to Lawrence Schlossman.
It's like the Michael Scott, like quoting to Wayne Gretzky, quoting himself. Cool reference by me. I'm very much aware, guys. Thank you. All right. I wore cooked sambas to the crib. I am wearing.
Are those your rainy day beaters?
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty fucked up at this point, and I just didn't feel like. Well, I left the house wearing. Well, let me get there, because I had on the full. I was looking like a master of the custodial arts.
Oh, you're doing the full Dickies? You're dicked out?
Yeah. Anyway, NA socks, vintage Levi's 501s. But yeah, I was halfway out the door, and then there's some type of like, and it's not cum, but it looked like a cum stain on my pants.
Wait,
so I was like,
what pants?
The Dickies OL. Sorry.
So you're going to do the full suit?
Yeah, I thought.
The full maintenance man?
Yeah, I really liked the Rosa Rugosa steez when I did that. And I was like, oh, let me do it. And Jenna was like laughing. She's like, well, she called me an ice cream man. But like, also, I had the ice cream paint job on the fit. But
like Duro,
great
outro. That's the outro music. What's the cum stain?
I don't know. I don't know what it might have been sustained when we got drinks with Rob and Patrick. I was wearing the pants. I've been wearing them. All right, let me just. The point is, I've been wearing these pants and the jacket. This is maybe like my favorite collab in a minute. This workshop, OL Workshop Dickies.
Yeah, I hope people that committed to waking up at 5 a.m. and this is the most. This is the most. In a minute where I've gotten people like, yo, what time does our legacy go on sale? Had to hit up the Joker to confirm 11 a.m. CET, which is, when you're playing the NFL and you hit your head, that's what you have.
Yeah.
But this was it, which translates to 5 a.m. New York City time.
That's too early.
Or I guess like 2 a.m. LA time. Yeah. No, motherfuckers were up. And like everything sold out, I believe. Maybe some big sizes were still available.
Nothing's available now. No one can act on our cosign. Yeah, I guess you wore them the other week. But
this is fucking a very good collaboration. It might be. Nay, it will be in the conversation for Fitties 2022.
Yeah, I was saying that. But anyway, I wanted to do the full fucking fit. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't know, some unknown stain. I don't know what it came from or what it was. It was
from your dick.
Yeah, maybe.
It came from your cum.
And I like the jacket is unlined. So again, I get overshirt vibes.
The jacket is great.
Yeah. Yours isn't matching though, right?
No, I got the shiitake
Right, yeah,
pants
like purple basically.
and the capers jacket.
Would
which
you
is-
ever wear them together, or would that combo even look good? It feels like a Jimmy combo.
You know, I never.
in that, like, you're like, I don't know if I could pull it off, and it might look weird on me, but this guy's killing it.
No, I requested separates on purpose because, like, I don't think that I would wear them together just because I don't know if I'd wear them together, even though they are different
I
colors.
looked
It wouldn't look
ridiculous.
like a set. Yeah, no, you looked like the fucking.
But I was doing it on purpose.
You must look like the Michelin Man.
Well, honestly, like,
Came to come to clean up a spill.
yeah, I think like in the fit pics,
It's not a weight joke.
The more, thank you. In the fit pics, I feel like they perform better when they're a little bit more performative. No pun intended. So I was like, fuck it.
That's how you live your life.
No, for this one specific thing, I wouldn't. This is what I would normally. This is how I would normally wear, right? Not even an ounce of cap involved.
How will this act that I'm about to undertake in reality translate to a fit pic?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we just went through the purge day. It's the first Patreon of the month. We had a great private sale. That's closed now, but I
went
wanted
up pretty late.
Yeah, I mean,
3 p.m. on a Friday. You know, when people are famously on their phones.
are you ever gonna forgive me? Honestly, you know what's really great about our relationship too is like I'm just gonna fuck up another thing and then you'll forget about this and get pissed about something else, so we can just like move on. But
No, I set a reminder to remind you that you fucking suck at your job and to do it next time correctly.
we can't say what the next one is, can we?
Well, it's unconfirmed at the moment.
Dude, this one, I know, like, and
Canoe Club.
Yeah, and shout out everyone that we've done private sales in the past. East West, we did the Stofa Archive sale. That was a banger. Dude, in terms of, like, the brand list that you want to see when the goddamn motherfucking boys descend from the heavens and give you a free 20% off, that I think is maybe the best lineup yet.
Yeah.
Did you get anything?
I was like perusing because I was like
Same.
on the road. I was perusing, and then like when I went back, like stuff was gone. Stuff sold out.
I went through like 12 pages of Capital. They got the
shit.
fucking jorts in there, not the exact jorts, but I was like, yo, fuck.
How much were they?
They're, I mean, with the discount,
Like 600, but then with the discount,
yeah,
what,
or
like
a little bit less. Yeah, but it's still, I mean, it's a
440?
ridiculous price to pay for jorts,
480?
especially now that summer is over.
Yeah. Also, like, you're on to the next shit, which is the custodial core.
Yeah, yeah, a master in the custodial arts. I'm wearing a Vintage Sublime T-shirt. I have on both a Metalwood Studios cap and I have on a Metalwood Studios.
Wait, you never mentioned the jacket, did you?
Yeah, OL.
Okay.
Dickies. I got the. Can you? I don't know if it's gonna pick up because of the lighting, but you know me.
Yeah.
I'm a worker.
Did you notice that they also did the stitching? I don't know if you can see the contrast, but in mine, the more contrasted stitching that they embroidered the workshop with is also like they did throughout the whole piece.
Contrast stitching, very much a TF underrated detail for fall and winter fits.
Absolutely.
Not enough. I mean, we've talked about this already, but if you see something with contrast stitching and you got a little money in your pocket,
Scoop.
it might be worth to fucking scoop and do it. Okay, Vintage Sublime Tee, I said that. Metalwood Studios hat, Metalwood Studios Western belt, rollie on the wrist, wedding ring on the thingy, New York adorned in the ears, sipping on Greenpoint's finest, and that is a motherfucking fit check, bitch.
Still married?
Yeah, still married. I said wedding ring on the thingy, dude.
Okay.
Still married.
Sorry, I'm not
I'm
listening.
about to be fucking...
Oh, we'll get to that.
What's the line from Palazzo? Bad boy, I'm single. Not really, but...
You going through a divorce?
No, but...
You
I'm
hit
about
me
to
with the yo, bro, going through a lot right now. Sorry the sale isn't live yet. Long story. I'm like, yo, is everything all right?
All right,
Well,
well-
first it was LOL. Then I was like, wait, is everything all right?
No. Which is funny that you were like, wait, no, what did I actually say? Let's see.
Yo, bro.
Here. Oh, no, what you did is you, I said, dealing with the shitstorm right now, long story, but I totally spaced on Canoe Club, but it will be live this afternoon. LOL. Then 1 minute later, when you realize you're a dick, you're like, oh, hope everything is all right. Then later that day, you sent me my SpawnCon, and we're like, was this the emergency?
Yeah. What do
No,
you think?
it was
What do you
not.
think was going through my head?
No, it was not. But that was,
How much was that bag?
I'm not going to say.
It was nothing. It was free shoes, wasn't it?
No, dude. And shout out more Joss. I don't know how to pronounce it, but no, no, it's great shoes.
Yeah, I have a pair. I've been had a pair.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I like. They're like sand loafers.
Oh,
sand penny loafers.
Did you ever wear them?
Not really, but they're good. All right.
Yeah. Oh, come on, bro. Also, I don't know if that picked up.
Yeah, it picked up. Okay, so the reason why people had to miss out on the Canoe Club sale was that so you could make 1K on this one little fucking fit pick.
Fuck. See, why are you gonna force my hand? It wasn't. It wasn't 1K. I thought we just established that people could just probably boost the levels and hear whatever.
No,
I hate
that's
this.
what Chef does. Shout out Chef. Shout out the Groms. Yo, Chuck is undefeated in my fantasy football league.
He's killing it. What's the prize?
I think it's like $50 times 8. It's like $400.
Oh, not bad.
But maybe it's like
first
second
place.
place. Yeah.
What's your record?
I'm about to be in second place. I'm about to be 3-1.
When'd you play Chuck?
I don't know.
What's your team name?
I think it's like bussin' on God for real football team.
Oh,
You're the worst. His is good. He's a good name. Let me pull it up real quick.
Damn, he's undefeated. Shout out Chuck.
Yeah,
oh, this is the draft that you bungled. You talked about this, or like that you were like, fuck it, auto.
I was at the U.S. Open watching Serena, but then I made some fucking crafty maneuvers. I picked up the L.A. Rams defense, which whatever, and then I got no, you know what it is? I have Saquon, Nick Chubb, and Derrick Henry.
Saquon leading the NFL in fucking rushing yards. The 3-1 New York Football Gentlemen.
Chuck
Shout out the fucking squadron.
Chuck he has Josh Allen, he's Tom Brady.
Isn't this the league where you can start? What is there like? You can start 2 running backs and there's a flex.
Yeah,
this is a bullshit league. Dude.
Okay, sorry,
Is it PPR?
I don't know what that means.
Points per reception?
I don't fucking know. Vince Young Steakhouse is Chuck's name.
Oh, fire.
And he's about to be 4 now, and I'm about to be 3-1.
The boys are eating good at Vince Young Steakhouse.
Exactly. Okay, Jock talk over. Let's talk White Lives Matter. YZY Season 9, Lawrence.
Yeah, you were like, I really hope this morning. Like, I hope this goes down by the time we podcast. This is the reason we like move the pod is so we can capture so much more culture.
And it's also half our job or half your job is over by Monday afternoon.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty.
My week's just beginning.
It's pretty fucking tight. What was your? Well, okay. Let me ask you a question. At this point now, despite even all the drama that Kanye has gone through with both Gap and Adidas, like, is this the thing that like you would normally be checking for or care about at this point in like the Kanye life cycle of your fandom?
I mean, I was like 9. There's been 9 seasons.
Yeah,
it's just been so unremarkable. It feels like it's been so unremarkable between like 1 and 2, and then I guess like now, and, like the one where like models were passing out on Roosevelt Island or whatever, or Governor's Island.
That was still a story. I mean, with Kanye, there's always going to be a controversy.
That was funny, and then I guess like he was in his fucking pre-show rant. He was just like, the media's always talking about how late I am. He started this shit an hour and a half late.
Yeah, dude. What a king.
I'm not gonna lie, because I was the first person to interview him after the debut of YZY Season 1.
Here we go.
I think that'll always have a special place in my heart.
That show was awesome, bro.
I have the photo.
That's one of my favorite memories of being like, wow, I'm a guy in this industry. Like, I got invited to this show. I witnessed like history.
Yeah, you love Ian Connor.
No, I don't.
Wait, was season 2? No, and then season 3 was the fucking
MSG,
right?
That's even for me. So I don't think about that when I think about that memory in that moment. I think of Pablo, right? I don't think of the fucking models passing out on that Vanessa Beecroft.
They weren't passing out. They weren't passing out.
No,
that was like Yachty, Thug.
No, but there was
your fave,
but they
bestie.
had to stand the whole time. There was also he's always abusing models. Bro.
Yes,
it's always happening.
Both on and off the runway.
Off? Really? You know something I don't know?
I mean, someone was like in the photo he posted like all like his muses at like very young ages.
Oh yeah.
Like it's giving grooming.
Yeah, it is weird that it's like, I mean, whatever. It's fucking Kanye.
Whatever. So it's like, okay, YZY Season 9. Like, yes, hopefully the memes were gonna fucking happen and the trolling was gonna happen before this happens. So we could have like 5 minutes to talk about it. And my boy delivered.
Oh yeah, he came through the goat, dude.
The first person that sent it to me, speaking of the NFL, my boy Al worked for me at Def Jam, now works at the NFL. He sent me the White Lives Matter pic, and I was like, "Is this fucking real?"
I thought it was Photoshop when you sent it to the
TF
group chat.
And then,
like, no
then
way.
he sent me another one where it was like the front and the back, and like I think also maybe models wearing it. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Do you think so? It's the Pope. It's John Paul II on the
Juan
front.
Pablo II.
Yeah,
Juan Pablo Dos,
which actually is kind of like
son of John.
You know how everyone is always like the best merch for any event is always outside of the venue. So like Judge hitting 61, there's like going to be fire shit.
Was there? I didn't see.
Yes, and then I can say that there's no bias there because I'm not a Yankee fan. The shit was fire. Or like a famous celebrity dies, like the kind of bootleg merch that comes out of it.
Yeah.
But so it looks like it's like a bootleg rap tee about John Paul II on the front. So my question for you is that subversive, the White Lives Matter on the back because of who's on the front, or does it not change the messaging?
I don't know if it's necessarily subversive because it's so obvious and explicit where it's just like, and also like, I guess like trolling Black Lives Matter at this point is kind of doesn't seem relevant.
No,
I don't fucking know.
it's not. It's not relevant.
Yeah, and I get we were like googling like John Paul II like sex crimes. And I guess he like fucked a few nuns and altar boys and shit.
And he was really instrumental.
Like who hasn't?
In the cover? He was also instrumental in the cover up of like the fucking sex abuse.
Yeah, so I don't know if this
scandal.
is I don't know if this is Ye being like, oh, the Illuminati. Like the Illuminati wants to control me.
Because he's religious, so it's like the Pope is on the front, so that should be your guy.
But unless he's
been
unless the Pope is an iconoclast, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, you don't believe in the iconography of Catholicism.
So the current
I don't know what fucking Kanye is, like what his Christianity is. I don't think he's Catholic. I'll say that.
Well, he definitely he gives me born again vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like also its own like weird thing that is not like it's strict, but it feels different than like whatever straight up like our parents' generation of Roman Catholics.
I was randomly listening to Kanye music this weekend where it was like where he was like in his no cursing era.
Oh, so
that was fucking
so he
weird.
Still is. Oh, it sucks.
Is he so? No, he curses now.
No, he doesn't curse. No.
He writes fucking shit on his like IG post now.
Does he?
Yeah.
I just saw the most recent war. He listens to the pod last week.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, with the I think he lost his Lexic Pro in that Balenciaga jacket.
Probably. Well,
he doesn't know what fucking pocket it's in.
So it's funny you bring that up because like, and I know that I get like pegged as the Kanye apologist on this podcast, even though like I feel like I'm also critical because there's not much to like or support.
Yeah. So he wore the MAGA hat, and you won a gold medal in the mental gymnastics.
No.
To salvage him there.
My point is that him opening the Balenciaga show, knowing like Kanye as like the fashion fan and one of the guys that like had a big influence on us as fashion fans ourselves, I'm like, that's cool. I'm happy for you. I think that's a cool moment. Like I can imagine, I can do the mental gymnastics there though. That doesn't require much fucking twisting and contortions to be like, that was probably a sick moment for him, right? To walk for his boy and open up the show of his favorite brand. With that said, him as like the creator, as the designer of this shit, I'm like, why are we still doing this look? Like, who's wearing YZY SZN 9 if it even gets made? Like, it didn't look good to me at all. Or even new.
I mean...
Or innovative, whatever.
I guess we can sit in our fucking ivory tower where we're saying that white lives don't matter and disparage this man. But the amount of fucking Yeezy slides you see out in this world, and yes, the footwear is different. The footwear is different than the fucking, like, subversive, gothic, exaggerated silhouettes, oversized, blah, 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 whatever the fuck.
Oh, he said no zippers. That was the whole thing. Everything's a pullover.
No zippers, no hardware. He's like, yeah, I just want you to pull over and pop out.
Yeah. I don't know about you, just real quick, and obviously hoodies notwithstanding, but, like, I don't like when the thing is a pullover at all. Like, a jacket where I have to, like, pop it over, I'm like, I want some hardware.
I get too hot.
Yeah.
I mean, call Shorty a champion because you gave the whole crew neck. But,
and then when you take it off, like, you could be, like, showing belly in the club.
And it fucks up your hair.
I know,
and, like,
dude.
Then your back comes out.
Yeah.
It's all...
You get all caught up in the shit.
But that's why we're not rappers. Rappers don't get hot.
Well, they just take cars everywhere, like Kanye.
No, but they're also they're also in leathers, like head to toe, in like every situation. They don't feel the weather. They're above the reality.
Though I will say, like, and you're going to talk about some listening event PTSD, and we've been at stuff, and I've seen sweaty ass rappers. I just feel like the pics that maybe make it to social media, they look calm, cool, and collected, and you're like, oh man, fucking superstars, rock stars, rappers are the best. But they fucking sweat like everyone else, and you see it in person, and it's like it's gross.
Yeah, but they're also not surrounded by like a massive hot bodies like they're in a model in Yeezy season 2 or season 3 in MSG. Which I talked about on Good Morning America.
So yeah, I think it's just like and I feel the same way about Riccardo Tisci.
The overarching thing is who fucking cares, right?
Yeah, and with the one thing that
but that's true of like all fashion shows for the most part, which is
no, but they still feel more. It's only relevant because it's Kanye. The clothes themselves are pointless.
The only like watching Milan and Paris Fashion Week, and yes, it's like mainly women's, but like the only thing that kind of like stood out on the timeline was never like the clothing, unless you're truly in the fucking trenches, like reading Rachel Tastian's reviews or Vanessa Friedman or whatever the fuck.
Sam Hines newsletter.
Yeah. Show notes. It's like, and it like the Kanye stunt casting was the only stunt casting that even like made ripples. It was really just like, can you think of anything else?
I'm trying to think.
Except for James Blake walking in Kanye?
Yeah.
Or Yeezy?
No, I just...
It was more just like, it was like the sets are like what was the dominant thing.
Balenciaga's the best at this, right?
Balenciaga, the one show that had like the sand waterfall, which was super
really
sick.
Cool. Yeah.
And then like the condom water hands. So it's kind of these like like the YSL
in front of the Eiffel Tower.
In front of the Eiffel Tower, and I guess they're going to be in front of like the whatever they did in Marrakesh.
Oh, that was men's that they showed.
And then they're going to do
like, these destination shows.
They're going to do like Giza, Egypt, right? That's going to be crazy. So it's more like sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. But instead of like the clothing and instead of like stunt casting, where it's like, oh shit, they got Travis Scott to walk it, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Kylie Jenner to walk it. It's more like the larger theatrics of like the entire.
So you're
set.
saying that Yeezy Season 9, because it doesn't really have any spectacle outside of the fact that it's Kanye, it is just totally pointless. I think we agree.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but that's true of like most brands, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Touche. Yeah, for sure. I think the pomp.
Unless you're really in it, and yes, we are showing our whole asses as kind of like ignoramuses when it comes
it's
to
not what we're
capital
into.
F fashion because we don't we don't care about it.
No, I think that the point of Fashion Week is the pomp and circumstance to kind of like create these moments now on social media, previously like in traditional press. But I guess like when I see the Kanye, when I see the clothing, and even just like if you're stripping away, like let's say he didn't think at the last moment to print All Lives Matter on the back of the tee, right? White Lives Matter, excuse me. What's worse, White Lives Matter or All Lives Matter?
White Lives Matter.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. I don't know why. This is a stupid question.
Well, it's because you're white.
So if you stripped away that,
how does it feel to finally have representation?
Yeah, it honestly feels amazing. So
Kanye sees you. Ye sees you, bro.
So if you like remove that like very obvious, even if doesn't feel relevant troll, like okay, maybe it's like Shane Oliver and Kanye linking back together and like working on this stuff. Though I don't know what Shane actually did or how quickly this came together, but it really made me think of like what happened at Burberry with Riccardo Tisci in terms of like, and
you're trying to transition right now.
Yeah, no, just the one point that I had that I mentioned to you earlier that I want to share with the folks at home. It's like these guys, both Tisci and Kanye, obviously they have their relationship themselves together, but like these are guys that I will say created transcendent art in their own way. I think Tisci really changed fashion, and obviously Kanye was instrumental in that era, and he was busy, changing music as he is wont to do. But despite being like guys that I can say, like, of course, geniuses changed the game at one point, it feels like the times have passed them by. And I'm not saying that like you should always be like chasing what's happening in the moment. You should try to blaze your own path and hope that like people understand you, and you're not one of these guys that like it takes you dying for people to be like, well, actually he was ahead of his time or whatever. But it just feels like they are, in terms of fashion, because obviously Kanye is always going to be relevant as a person. It feels like the clothes are just like I don't know who they're for. They feel outdated. They just don't feel like. Balenciaga feels extremely right now of the moment. In fact, they are the cutting edge. They are the bleeding edge of what's happening. But like, I feel like it's not like those guys. They're not. It's not happening for them.
Can you buy Yeezy?
I don't
like
know.
That massive fucking inflatable like rib cage jacket Naomi Campbell was wearing. Like, will you be able to buy that?
I think
Could you ever buy bought Yeezy?
I think you buy DTC on YZYSupply.com. And then they just do these. They don't make any of this stuff. They may be one thing, and obviously with Gap, all the coppable stuff was being funneled through that collaboration. But no, I don't know. I would imagine that. Well, listen. Now that he doesn't have the financial support of these, previous, institutional partners, he probably will have to sell some of the stuff.
So that was the other, like, I guess, like through line of what he was saying. He's like, "Oh, I'm independent. I can't be managed. Bernard Arnault is my new Drake.
Yeah,
I guess he's gonna fucking headshot the richest man in the world." What? Arm all whites.
Arm Kanye. Dude.
Yeah. Tisci out at Burberry. Yo, kind of feel bad for the dude. It's like
he should not be. He should not be getting a job.
Fine, whatever.
He needs to not be hired.
But it's like you put on the show and then like 2 days later you're out of here, and it was the show got pushed because of the Queen's funeral, and then like it's like 36 hours later like yo peace.
And apparently what I saw, and I would imagine this would be true because like the fashion machine never stops. Daniel Lee had already been like hunkering down and like is designing whatever is going to be the new Burberry.
Well, he'll be showing in February, so he must have been already working on.
So it's like you're Tisci and like your Swan. You're already know you're gone because like the new hot fucking dude is in there. So it's like your Swan song that like no one cares about. There's no customer base. There's no relevancy. Like I just don't know where. Him getting hired at Burberry, even to me, was like, holy shit, this is a fucking stretch. Even though you want to give the man, a little bit of leeway and credit and see where he goes. But, like, what is the – he does it – Riccardo Tisci as a designer, like, he makes Matthew Williams look good as fuck. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy to say.
Yeah. I'm sure Tisci was still riding the fucking vapor trails of, like, what he did, Givenchy.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I guess what I didn't realize was that the lead exec at Burberry – who's now out, was Italian. And so he brought in Tisci.
Oh.
And it's very Italian. It's very, like, sleek. It's very, like, new money, like, new logo. New terrible logo.
It was trash, bro. I think they paid Peter Seville. It was like, and then he just handed in his homework. He was on his late Larry shit, like, morning up.
Yeah.
The logo's so bad, bro.
But then the new Burberry head executive is a British guy who's like, yo, I want to bring in, like, the hottest British designer in the world right now.
British?
Daniel Lee's British.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And he's 36.
Yeah.
Same age as us. And I guess, like, it's still never clear why he was out at got released from Bottega.
I
with
think
like
because this is probably like it was probably waiting in the wings. He knew. He must have known, right?
that was years ago though.
No, it was. Well, so this is for the new designer, who everyone
Mathieu
also.
Blasé.
Yeah, who always said like, yeah, he was Daniel Lee's number 2, but like was actually the one like driving this brand forward and was actually like cooking up the fucking whatever new like the new Celine or Phoebe-esque like stuff that everyone loved. Like I really feel like this has only been his second season, so you're talking about not even as a year ago. I mean, you could fact check me, but like I know this is Mathieu's second season.
Yeah,
so
I guess because then there was
know.
like all those rumors of him fucking maybe saying things that people who would also say White Lives Matter, maybe they would also be saying these things, which I think were shut down and those pure were speculation. And it really was either he had to like wait out a non-compete before going to Burberry, or it was that maybe he I think he was just terrible to work with, and also that this guy that is now at Bottega was the one actually doing all the work, and they're just like, get the fuck out of here, you shirtless, freckled bastard.
Yeah, dude, put a fucking shirt on, dude. Though he is pretty buff, but he's
all chest. He's all chest.
He's all chest. But like Kanye, all chest, no legs. Those rumors, that like 1 week of rumors were like, oh, this dude just calls everyone the N-word. It's like, oh, damn, it's lit, bro.
This guy wears T-shirts that say White Lives Matter on them. Get the fuck out of here.
Anyway, so that's our Paris Fashion Week report.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go back to things that actually matter, which is the only podcast that matters. We had on. You want to talk about this past week's episode and just like the crazy reaction it got? Like,
are you surprised?
Not in terms of numbers, but just like the amount of varied reactions it got, where it's like, yo, Larry sounds like he just fucking smoked 5 packs a day.
Facts.
Yo, Larry's fucking hasn't slept in 3 days. Your voice was crazy.
I haven't listened to it, but I don't. In the moment,
I had to listen to it because I had to cut out a few things. I had to cut out for the record. I had to cut out a total of like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I had to timestamp it. Tell Chef those timestamps. Chef did the work.
So you can confirm that I sounded crazy. I thought in the moment I was like, I might sound a little like.
You sounded a little flat. This was the morning after we hung out with Angelo 4S X Denim Tears event at Pebble Bar, and we did not go to. What was it? Where did we not go?
Sapphire.
We did not go to Sapphire on Red Bull's dime, which is a goddamn motherfucking shame.
That was
we were responsible. We fucked up. We thought we were going to start at 7:30. We actually started they were like, yo, can you hop on now? We're like, yeah, bet. So we didn't have like the precise starting time in our heads.
No.
So our timing and our flow is all fucked up. Where like we were talking, we were jumping on top of each other to ask questions because we thought the timing was super short. We had 45 minutes. We ended up using 38 of them.
Yeah, which I mean, it's not. I mean, that's a short pod for sure. I mean, that's how it's going to go when it's like a fucking. I mean, this guy is like. I guess if you're not into F1,
you're not an F1 guy.
No, I mean, but I understand.
I was like coaching you and tutoring you like up in the week. Okay. No, I was telling you shit. Come on.
Yeah,
people are like, yo, I'm very impressed with Larry and Jimmy's F1 knowledge. I was telling you the ins and outs after watching Pod to Survive.
Yeah,
or Drive to Survive.
Yeah, the episode's called Pod to Survive. Yeah, I guess for me, I knew like people, and we saw it with Reddick. I think that there is that like you joked about us being like jocks up top talking about fantasy football, but I think there's a huge portion of our audience that like. Love sports, and I know that you like to be a contrarian. You're like, why would I watch the fucking Giants? I know you like hockey, obviously. We're a big Rangers pod, but like,
I watch like I'll watch the good games, but like the Giants are just so like
3-1, baby. So I don't know.
Last week, I turned on and I watched the fourth quarter. And
Oh,
I was like,
Monday
it
Night
was like
Football,
9-9 until the fourth quarter, and then it got good.
That was straight. I just hopped in the court and it was just a pain, dude. That was a tough one, especially since I had watched the whole game, unlike you, fair weather fan over here. But no, so I'm never surprised that the sports centric guests go like fucking banana when it comes to.
I think what you didn't realize was how big F1. The 20 F1 drivers are in the
exactly,
world.
Yeah. And he's like you said, he's next up, right? That's kind
he had the TF curse struck again.
yeah, dude.
He finished, but he was
last.
He finished last of all the drivers that finished. He did not DNF. I was watching like a few minutes of the race, and the commentator's like, George, just fucking quit, man.
Oh, yeah?
Just like DNF. Like the numbers are saying that you're gonna be even worse. Just like pull over, save your energy, save the fucking car. And I was like, wow. TF curse strikes again.
Yeah, sorry about that, George. No, I think that well, it's also funny to see like the speculation that people had about a variety of things that had to do with the episode, not just my voice, because like you forget that like, and with Reddick, it's like he's a retired guy, he's like a talking head now, he's doing his own podcast, he's fucking sick at all those things. But like George, as a guy who's like in the middle of a season, some people are like, like on the Reddit, it was like, when was this recorded? Like, what was his mind? What was his mind state, or excuse me, his state of mind, his mindset when he's recorded? Like trying to like reverse engineer like maybe what his results would be based on like when the pod was recorded. And it's like, all right, well, relax. It's not that fucking deep. But people
his state of mind was he saw the pod come out and he fucking bricked the next Grand Prix.
But it's crazy to me because it's like, holy shit, like it's not that deep to me, but like to certain people, it absolutely is, if not even deeper.
There were F1 blogs that were like, oh my God, his girlfriend helps him get dressed and like influences his style. Oh, he said that the hardest thing about traveling is finding a healthy meal, which, yeah, true.
Yeah, and then the travel times and all that shit was, which I never even thought about.
And then, like, now there's dudes arguing in our TikTok comments being like,
oh, the NASCAR.
He could never do NASCAR. Do you know how dangerous Indy is? There's no inside rail. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the motherfucker's just making left turns the whole time.
I don't know enough about racing, nor do I give a shit to add anything to that conversation. But it is also funny to see people be like, damn, George came off great. I thought he was a total fucking nonsense, but he's actually cool. And then other people being like, oh, this media-trained fucking snoozer. How much did Bellstaff pay you? It is crazy to see how...
Zero.
Yeah, zero. But shout out Bellstaff because they did said... Also, people being like, oh, like, why'd they get... This is my favorite is, why'd they get, like, the least swaggy F1 guy? They should have got... I'm like... What do you think? We just like gonna text Lewis Hamilton or fucking Riccardi and be like, "Yo, come on the show."
Riccardo.
It's like Riccardo. What's his name?
Ricky Ricardo.
Is it Dan? No, it's Daniel.
Daniel Ricardo. You're Ricky Ricardo.
What? Yeah. When I say Riccardi.
Yeah. Tisci.
Yeah, exactly. But it is funny to see like how. Because he has like people are like fans of him or are they fans of the team? How does it work?
Both.
They're like heads.
They're both because like both him and Lou are British,
right?
And like the British are fucking nationalist racists, so they stick with their own.
Yeah.
Even though it pisses them off that one of them is black, half black. Lewis Hamilton, George Russell
is white.
Not black.
Yeah, his life matters.
That's what it says on. That's what it says on bumper sticker. George Russell, not very white. Yeah, no, it's cool, but like the reactions were very much like, and they came in waves. It was like, oh shit, and then like, oh,
crazy.
Trash. Oh shit, oh trash. But next week, or sorry, tomorrow.
Oh, and then also just real quick, I do want to say, I know you didn't want to talk about numbers, but it was crazy to see how well it did I guess it's not crazy. It crushed in the UK.
Okay. Can I do my intro now into the next segment?
Yeah, but I guess it makes a lot of sense now to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Go off.
I'm Danny Brown on the podcast.
Yeah.
You think this is the best pod we've ever done?
I think it's between both shows, FU and TF. I think it's unimpeachably top 5. I would have to go through every episode and really think about it.
You're not gonna do that. I have been.
That's what I'm saying.
I know we're both longtime Danny Brown fans.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of him as a person, ever since he worked with Mark McNary to walk the show back in like 2015, and also model the lookbook, which is way ahead of its time. We've done the memes, we've talked about it, et cetera, et cetera. And his podcast fucking rules, and he's like really kind of reeled in the partying and the drugs and the drinking. Not like completely. He's not a fucking narc, sober dude. He still parties hard, like harder than you or I probably ever will.
Bro, he was
as a 41-year-old man.
He was partying like with us that night when we're like trying. We're like, yo, like when we are like trying in our own minds, being like, well, we should be a little bit more responsible. You know, there's a fucking problem, dude.
Not a problem. I wouldn't say problem.
Okay,
but,
not a problem.
So his podcast is just him going on these like incredible monologues and rants and like and being like the hilarious guy that he is. And yeah, I think I'm boys with his manager Dart. Shout out Dart Parker, the fucking god, and just been trying to make this happen forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And finally, he's in New York. He has new music coming soon. Not only was the podcast a fucking blastic, especially after the 42 started hitting and he loosened up a little bit because he had just woken up from a nap at 5 p.m.
Yeah, he took a forbidden nap for sure.
Yeah, that's just rapper shit.
No, I mean, he's on his own schedule. I mean, that pod, I'd say and it's great from start to finish, but yeah, at a certain point, I would say around like whatever, 10, 15 minutes in, it just ratchets up. I don't think I've ever laughed harder based on like literally giving the guest the ball, because you and I, if anything, we're the guys like, oh, be meaner, interrupt them more, like whatever, where it's like, no, that's some people want that old FU energy, or some people complain about it, but it is a part of our show. But with Danny, it's like, let him take
Aren't we lucky that no one's ever satisfied?
Yeah, exactly. But Danny, it's like, yo, give him the ball, just letting him tell it's out of control the story. It's like the most. It's just he literally, I know he did stand up for like, and we talked about this with him a little bit, but like, I know he like gave it a shot. He's like, it's not for me, but like he's your favorite comedian's favorite rapper for a reason.
For sure,
He's
yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and then what was really cool, but honestly gave me a little bit of PTSD, was we sat down because he does have new music coming in the near future.
Yeah.
And we listened to it, and all my speakers here.
Yeah. Very loudly.
Very loudly.
At night. Bad neighbor.
I have shitty downstairs neighbors. One of them came up to me at the end of last week because I was like getting the water off the cover of my couch out there on the balcony. And I guess I fucking splashed the shit out of her.
Yikes.
Like shitty couch balcony water.
Oh, disgusting.
And
And baptized her ass.
Yeah, she came up. She came up, and then like I did that because I was covering the couch before leaving. And then I was walking out, and like I see her come out of the stairwell. I'm just like, I know what this is. And she's just like, "Hey, you live in over there?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, well, I'm not gonna do her accent.
Wait. Why don't you say what her accent is so the audience at home can at least do it in their head?
Latino lives matter.
Okay, nice.
Brown lives matter. She was like, "Yeah, like
She's
you
Lioness.
soaked me. Like you really need to not water your plants so much." And I'm like, no, it was my plants. Like I put trays down because I didn't want that to like drip on you guys. I know that has been an issue before. It's from I was like getting the water off the couch cover. She was like, it was on the couch cover.
Yeah.
Like
You're like, no, it wasn't.
like
Green
gagged
Point.
a little bit.
Oh, to be clear, it's not Green Point's finest. This was a stagnant pool of couch water.
You have malaria now.
Yeah, exactly.
You have monkeypox, bitch. But no, so I was both profusely apologizing, but also being like, yeah, that's also how gravity works.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry that you live beneath me.
Oh. Shit.
Literally. And that
Get your money up, Chica.
Yeah. There's a fucking penthouse up there.
Yeah. But
Call her.
Chica. But no one. I can't believe you. I said it to get a reaction. I thought I was gonna skate by, but no one complained about because it was to me. I was sitting on the couch, and it's so awesome to be with an artist in that intimate, an artist that you love, and you just did an amazing podcast with them. Though that is a very specific scenario, but like to see him vibing, to rap along, him and Dart were like doing that thing where it's like, yeah, we got one. And he even kind of like undersold his new music a bit on the pod.
Absolutely.
Where then when we heard it, we're like, "Holy fucking shit!" We don't need nor want Danny Brown to be humble, like talk your shit. But I was looking at you, being like, I would be a bit self-conscious about how loud this music is blaring from my apartment at like 9 at night.
It was like 8 p.m. And did that cross my mind? Yes. But Lawrence, as someone that spent a lot more time around rappers than you have, there's some things you just gotta understand. They're going to be napping at 5 p.m.
They're going to be late.
Right?
He was late.
They're late. He was late. Whatever. Dart was picking up some nice wines that we enjoyed.
They're
both
honestly
really nice.
I mean, I had a buzz going, and I think maybe that's why the pod ultimately I thought was
Yeah,
so
it was.
awesome,
It was.
'cause,
I
like,
think it was the first pod in a while where we were fucking sipping.
yeah.
And you have to listen to the music at. It wasn't a maximum volume because I didn't want to actually fucking blow my shit out, but it was at like 89, 90, 92.
That's a lot.
I had to say, I'm sorry, Danny, you cannot smoke a cigar on my balcony.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we went up on the roof to fucking blast a Newport.
Yeah.
But there's going to be loud fucking music.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, and yo, I'm reading
Definitely.
Rap Capital by Joe Coscarelli,
Mm-hmm.
coming on the podcast soon. He has a passage that's kind of like spending time with rappers is actually mad boring.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
Danny said that. Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but he basically said the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's like they're just on their phones. Like they're young guys. They're never in their like home city, or if they are in their home city, they're surrounded by fucking snakes and hanger-ons. They just want to be in the studio working and creating in like their safe space. Otherwise, they're just like, well, like, what do you do at your fucking house? You fucking
exactly.
twiddle your dick and watch movies and be on your phone,
Exactly.
right?
Just on your couch. Yeah, I know. I totally get that.
But yeah, so the music's gonna be super fucking loud, and it sounded really good.
I liked it a lot. Though a couple tracks gave me Aquemini, Andre 3000 vibes. Danny seemed to agree with that and then take that as a compliment. He undersold because the music was made, and he explains this at a very kind of at a crossroads in his life.
Yeah.
Like him literally deciding to like basically blow up his life on a variety of fronts, which I'll let him explain. But there was a couple tracks that we heard, and he basically was like, it's like my emo depressing era. There were some exuberant fucking fun tracks, and as obvious as this should come as no surprise, just fucking hilarious and then also poignant bars, which is what I love about him, is his ability to do both.
Yeah, unfortunately, the loud music and looking around and seeing the rapper, the artist, and then three white guys kind of like trying to like,
Wait, Dart's white?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That honestly, shout out to his swag. He has ethnic swag. Wait, should that be the title? Can we do
Ethnic swag.
Yeah, is that good? Ethnic swag?
Yeah.
All right, right down.
It gave me a bit of just like instant fucking mental flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
to my time at Def Jam when it's like not majority white, like majority black and brown staff, but
That's
like
nice.
but the people in charge were white. Like the execs and the VPs and the SVPs were all white, right? And the EVPs. And then like the
you were SVP, right? Were you actually?
VP.
Oh.
VP.
Damn, that's still pretty sick, though.
Yeah.
What was your title? Vice President of Social Media?
No. I don't know. Content?
It's like winning a gold medal. In the
Vice President of Social Media. Fuck you, bro. That was you at Grilled. Oh, you guys see this fucking Steve McQueen post?
Brand director. I was the brand director.
Oh,
anyway,
so
cool. Wait, so what were listening parties like at Def Jam? Like in a conference room?
So you get in a conference room, and it's a weekly meeting with just staff, and then occasionally like A&R would show up. Not occasionally, every week A&R would show up and be like, "Yo, I found this kid out of Baltimore. I think he's gonna be the next like fucking Dirk. He's got like a good team around him, good head on his shoulder. Blah." Anyway, like we're working on this shit. Here it is, and then they just play it off. They like plug in the aux cord, and you get that like that. You know when you plug in the aux. And at Def Jam, there's a wall of speakers like the size of this fucking wall on one side of the room, and that's where like the interns sat. The interns and the low-level peons had to sit in front of the fucking wall of sound.
Just like literally getting fucking ear trauma.
Yeah, just getting like CTE by like
Ear
bars.
trauma. Yeah.
And then like the CO president and like the EVPs and SVPs and VPs sat at the far end, away from the fucking speakers.
Right.
And I sat kind of like on that side, but not at the table, like in the row behind, because I was just on my phone the whole time, and also like well, first of all, I wasn't invited to the table. Also, I didn't want to be a part of that table.
Did you ever hear a song, and I hope we're past like whatever fucking non-compete statute of limitations, whatever. Did you ever hear one good song played in those listening parties? Ever?
Yes, but like anything played at that level of 100 with a fucking wall of speakers,
it's not gonna
is gonna like sound better than you playing it off your phone or whatever the fuck. But it gave me PTSD because like it's a bunch of white guys just like,
you have to vibe, right? You're you're obligated to vibe. You have.
And then people just like fucking people in the back are just like, it's a smash, yo, radio smash. I smell a Grammy.
Yeah.
Fucking Logic came in. Logic actually played some music and like he played a song with the One Direction, not Zayn, not Harry, the fucking. The one that had the baby with the other, like the Louis? Yeah, Louis.
What was another one? Niall? What was like
maybe Nigel. And then he's like, someone's like, yo, Grammy. And then you're just like, you just have to, every single song to be like, that's a smash.
I smell a Grammy.
Yeah. I'm calling up Kimmel right now. Like,
I just love the idea of some like white dude in Allbirds and like or I guess he wouldn't like bad Jordan mids and then like an untucked shirt just saying I smell a Grammy Logic track featuring a dude from One Direction.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we're gonna get Michael Pena to be in the fucking music video about this song about illegal immigration. That actually happened.
Logic, despite being half black, no ethnic swag.
Yeah, and then Logic was just like,
his life does not matter.
Logic was like, yo, I'm actually feeling kind of tired, guys. I think I'm gonna come back and play for you because like you're my family and like this means a lot to me. But I'm just gonna get out of here. And he just got up and bounced.
I mean, honestly, everyone in the room is probably like relieved. They're like,
smash!
God. Yeah.
That's a smash. Logic leaving. That's a smash.
I smell an early exit.
It was just fucking like, I mean, and the Danny Red music was really good. And there were times at Def Jam where the music was like, okay, like I like this, but just like sitting around. Like, try not to be rude and not be on your phone, and just be like looking around and be like, ooh, like when you hear a bar, I'm just like, oh my god, bro. So, yo, I'm getting Outcast vibes, dude.
Yeah.
You're on your Andre shit.
He was feeling it though. He was that when
he was on his fucking gaming rig. But I wasn't actually
no.
He was kind of showing it to us like as a proud papa.
Yeah,
which was like the width of this table.
It's like I guess the gamers at home will know what this is. I mean, you and I aren't gamers because we don't play games. It's the mobile Steam. It's like a Nintendo Switch or a PSP on like steroids. But no, every compliment or like observation that I made about the music, which obviously was positive because like we're not gonna fucking criticize this guy when he's just doing us this big favor and we get this cool opportunity. He seemed very receptive. There's a lot of daps flying around at an alarming rate. But the music was good.
Very soft hands. For a 41-year-old.
He fucking rocked, dude. It was a super fun time. But honestly, they were like gonna leave and go to the Dime Square play, but like they just skipped it and stayed here and played music.
They're like, we're just gonna keep drinking mezcal and wine, and then just can you guys get us a table at Bernie's? And I'm like, yeah. Let me get up Oliver.
He left as soon as we ran out of because there was a little Henny left over from Who was the Henny
Angelo.
for? Oh, Angelo. There's Henny left over, a little 42, and Danny Brown literally drank
whiskey from the John Buscemi Wolves Within shit.
Wolves Within?
I think that's what it's called.
What is that, like like a Sigma male meme? No, it's called Wolves Whiskey.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just wolves, not wolves within, bro. But anyway, he drank you out of house and home, and then it was time for them to bounce. But no, whether or not it like is in you listening at home's top 5.
Wolves whiskey. Wolves whiskey.
Exactly.
I thought it was Wolves with
Wolves. Again, that's a Sigma male.
I
meme,
got
bro.
that wolf in me.
He got that. He got that wolf. I smell a Grammy. Ow!
I smell a Jay's Beard Award.
No, shout out Danny. I think, and again, it's awesome. It's definitely my favorite one that we've done in a minute. And we've done like more serious shit, like with Lauren Sherman.
Nah,
we did like
Danny's
the
the
left
fucking
field
best.
shit with George Russell on Zoom or whatever.
Danny's the fucking best, and we got to go to
awesome.
Austin and get on his pod.
He said he would have us if we came through, which like I don't know if that's real. But
I think he had a really good time. And they were like, yo, you want to come to Bernie's with us? And we're like, oh, like we got to not go get drunk right now. Basically.
Yeah, like it's gonna ruin everything else we have to do tomorrow. If like, because that night, and that's the thing. And I think we're maturing because like you see the snowball forming, and all you want to do is push it. You're like, because it's Danny Brown at Bernie's. Like, yeah, but it's like, all right, you know what? That was what happened was awesome, and we're okay with it just being that.
Well,
That's
I got a snowball for you. I'm gonna push.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Mickey D's, Golden Arches, Chicken Nuggies.
I can't believe like I'm gonna
Power Hour, starring Lawrence Schlossman of all White Lives Matter fame. You're gonna do next week. Tune the fuck in. I hope you stuck around for all 50 minutes of us sucking on dicks, because next week we got Lawrence Schlossman giving himself diarrhea with the McDonald's food challenge, trying to eat 60 chicken McNuggets in 60 minutes or less.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
So the whole thing.
It can only happen next week because Jen is out of town, and you can be a complete fucking waste, bigger waste piece of shit than you normally are.
Right, and she would say the same thing. And my whole thing was, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do when she's out of town? Like, I'm not gonna. There's nothing really on the docket in terms of
You're
like
going
partying,
Ricky Ricardo,
or floor drugs or anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably be like blasting a pack a day. That, of course, that's
off the balk.
Yeah, and just take a couple fucking, run an errand, smoke
Pepper's out
cigarettes.
Pepper's out to get her 50,000 steps in.
Yeah, for real.
She's gonna make no master, no more walks.
Despite that, I was like, yeah, like I don't really foresee a lot of drinking. I don't foresee a lot of like dirtbag eating. Still on my OMAD shit. Going to the gym.
Famous
trying
last
to
words, bro.
Right, but trying to feel good about myself. And then, of course, it's like, you just come in like a little fucking greasy McNuggeted out gremlin. It's like, yo, let's do this. And
Yo,
like,
you said, first of all, I'm doing you a favor because you said last week you could do 100 in an hour. All right?
Did I?
Yes, you said you could do 100 in
crazy.
1 hour.
I do be saying anything on this podcast.
Yeah,
100 an hour. I mean,
you said White Lives Matter like 16 times.
Actually, maybe I could do but no, we'll do 60.
We're gonna get 3 Cactus Plain Flea Market adult Happy Meals.
Yeah,
you're gonna have 3 toys.
Yeah. We were talking about this before, and like I guess like shout out Cactus Plant Flea Market. Like there's definitely like worse shit. Not that we wear it. It is so funny though that we're at the point now where like the vinyl toys that everyone like tried to pretend. I'm not a man with a toy collection. Like
I'm a collector.
I'm a collector. It's art. It's a financial asset. It's like now we're just going straight adult Happy Meals with legit toys. Yeah. It's just a toy.
It's toys getting toys. And shout out Cynthia. Yeah, she is really cool and like She once called when she was doing PR for BBC. She once called me. She's like, "Hey, how do you do PR?" And I was like, "Let me fucking tell you." And then she's now like killing it with Cactus.
Shout out Charlie, dude.
But so the question is, Lawrence, are you going to like? What's your strategy here? The only rule is you got to do 60 and 6 year under. Right?
Yeah.
As we pod.
And you said it is funny to like, and we can mark it as the McNugget Power Hour, but I don't want to eat one every 60 minutes because then we can't do any type of podcasting.
Eat one, teach one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, so there is like the Power Hour class.
Each one, eat one.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's only you. White one, eat one.
Damn, I can't believe now I have to do it.
There's gonna be I could pull up like a Power Hour site that just like dings every 60 seconds, and then you just so you know, just to keep you on track at least.
I have some questions that I'll just throw out to both you and then like the audience at home, and I would love some insight here to anyone who's like attempted this or because obviously I've like crushed. Like, have you even lived if you haven't crushed 20? That's not even 20 is to me is like the fact that it's a meal for a reason. Like that's for one person. So all I'm really doing here is tripling what would be like a normal serving for a grown ass man. My question is like, yo, are sauces gonna make this easier or harder? Do I want like, you know, to keep it interesting? Like, do I want even the, like we talked about last week, like I'm not a sweet and sour guy, or this hot mustard you're talking about. Do I want that shit? Are you looking up how many calories too? That's gonna be.
What's 60 divided by 4? 15. It's 2,900 calories.
Oh, I mean that's, and here's.
I think the sauces will help. Okay, let's
just
take
to
your
keep it
questions one
interesting.
yeah, to like offer some variety. I think you can do however many sauces you want, or however many sauces like you're able to procure from McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll have to think about it.
Also, like, can we like?
Are you just gonna do straight ranch?
No.
Flavor.
For eating 60 nuggets, I think the variety is going to help. Oh, and my strategy is I think I'm going to come out hot, and I don't want to like, because if you puke, you lose. It's like any eating competition.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we are going to have to get a bucket.
Listen, that's not going to happen. If there was a point where I was like, this is about to get like messy, because this ultimately will be public on YouTube in like a month, I'm not going to shit my pants or throw up all over your table.
Why don't you sit here next week so that you have easier access to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Lawrence. Do you know the podcast The Doughboys?
Yeah, of course.
They did so they're fucking true fatties, not like you.
Thanks, man.
You're not a real fatty.
The nicest thing you've ever said.
It is. They tried to do the McNugget Power Hour and failed.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah, because I think like the only comparison you have mentally and physically and with your own memory is like eating 20 nuggets.
It's mad easy.
But that's like 1/3 of the way.
Yeah,
so then you have the second third, right?
I wish we weren't doing this, but we are
now. That third is gonna be fucking killer. Like this is apples and oranges, but like when you're 20, like you feel fucking great no matter what you do. Think about it when you're 60 and how old you are and how terrible you are. That's like how much further you have to go in nugget tum.
Oh, I see. So using nuggets as a metaphor for your miserable life.
Yeah, for aging.
I would love any and all tips that anyone want to provide. Like, I'm thinking I would do 20 and then like not as fast as possible, but I'll eat 20.
What's your beverage gonna be?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I don't know. Should it just be water? Like, it shouldn't be carbonated, right? I don't want to be like burping and.
I mean, McDonald's Sprite might be kind of
also my
helpful.
biggest gripe with McDonald's, despite being my favorite. Maybe this pod's the one thing we agree on. It's our favorite fast food. But like, well, we both like it. My thing is, whenever I eat McDonald's, even like a big McDonald's meal, like I never feel full or satisfied.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna have 3 of them? I guess.
Yeah.
The true meal would be 20 nugs, fries, and a drink.
Yeah, and I'm not.
And you're foregoing the fries.
Yeah, and it's been like I'm not.
You sure you want to forego the fries?
I'm not. Yeah, and I know this isn't going to be easy, and part of me is like lying to myself because I need to get in the right mental state. But yeah, I'll take any and all advice that anyone wants to provide about like how to accomplish this because I have to do it in an hour. That's the rule. 60 minutes. We're gonna start.
Also, just about it chewing. Like your jaw has never gone through this fucking stress before.
Yeah.
Like, well, I've seen your jaw move a lot in many different ways.
Right. Okay.
But I don't know if that's
say less.
Yeah, I've seen it go this way.
Yeah,
I've never seen it go like this for a straight hour.
Yeah, because I only talk for a living. No, I feel like I'm trying to think. I haven't had more than just like a. Because when I get McDonald's normally, I really do want a smattering of a bunch of stuff. A Big Mac, a McChicken, maybe a fucking 6-piece of nuggets, and then I'm having fries and whatever else. So, like, just doing straight McNuggets, yeah, maybe I am, listen, no pun intended, I'm probably biting off more than I can chew. It might not, I might embarrass myself.
Are you going to eat anything the day before? Because we're going to be potting around, like, I don't know, 2 or 3. I mean, we can go whenever you want that week.
Yeah. No, I would also advise. I mean, I eat one meal a day, so like I probably will. The way that I do it, the way that works for me is I have lunch every day basically, and typically it is like a bigger, satisfying lunch versus just like eating a salad. So I don't know. I'll probably be somewhere around between 16 and like 19 hours between when I last ate. So. Damn, I don't know if that should I be? Are people gonna be like, no, you got to be prepping all week, you got to be expanding your stomach? Like, I don't know what the fucking.
I can't advise you on how to experience your eating disorder. That's just a road you got to take by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, what they say is like for Thanksgiving, like my family we eat Thanksgiving like dinner at like 4, 4 or 5, and it's like you want to you don't want to starve yourself because then your stomach shrivels up.
Right. No,
you want to
totally.
keep it like. You want to keep it like partially filled a little bit.
I will say, me like switching to this
eating disorder,
this IF design,
this ED,
this IF ED design or disguised as IF. That's what it is.
Okay.
I wonder if I have been literally like whatever the opposite of training is for something like this. Like if I've already set myself up to fail miserably. I'm gonna do 20 with no problem.
Sure.
I think 40 is even like it's not even 40. Like
what?
No, meaning like 40 is like 40 and 40 minutes. Maybe should I pick that instead?
No, you got to do 60 and 60.
I mean, I'm going to, but I'm just saying. Like, I wonder how hard that last 20 is going to be.
I feel like the early 50s are where you're gonna, actually the late 40s, early 50s are going to really. Also, because they're going to be like just chilling here, like getting cold and shit.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too. Like, are we going to get them delivered? Where's the closest McDonald's to here?
There's one on Greenpoint and Manhattan. So, but it's a far walk. We can just get like, how about this? We'll be fully prepped. We'll order them as soon as they arrive. We'll already taken the photo. We'll already have this shit set up.
We'll just get ready.
As soon as they arrive,
rings, we'll sit down and do it.
We'll have the fucking order on camera.
Yeah. What? Let's say hypothetically that I don't get this done. Is there any way that this could be respectable in a fail? Like, let's say I do like 50. Are people gonna, or am I gonna be fucking killed for this forever?
I don't know, dude. And
if I don't finish them, are you just gonna be like snacking on them?
Yeah, for sure. I don't really give a shit if you don't finish. Like,
should we get more than 60 so that you just have some that you can also eat? Should we get like a 10-piece for you?
Maybe.
Yeah, just so we all.
Yeah, maybe.
Some fries. I mean, I does it sound like a lot to you? It really doesn't to me. But if the Doughboy, you're telling me the Doughboys couldn't do it.
Professional fast foodsmen couldn't do it.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's just a lot.
I gotta do research.
It's a lot more than we think. And like, look, it's already been over an hour. Like, could you have eaten? Like, it's just chewing for 60 minutes straight.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is.
Damn.
And like when you get behind and you got to catch up, I'm not saying that you do like every 60 seconds, but like whatever mark in your mind, you're like, okay, it's been 40 minutes. I should be at or around like 40 or 50, but you're at like 35 and you got to catch up. Or like, you're like, okay, I killed a 20-piece in 5 minutes. Good, I can rest for a minute. All of a sudden, you look up and it's like,
no, that's what I was thinking.
You're convincing yourself like, no, I'm good. I got this. And then all of a sudden, you don't.
Even because I was like, oh yeah, kill 20 in 10 minutes, but then you only have 50 minutes left, and you still got 40 nuggets to get through, and you're gonna be taking breaks. They add up. It extrapolates.
Greater men have been taken down by less. That's all I'll say.
I can't believe the Doughboys. I would. This to me doesn't feel like a crazy. Like, listen, I am not a competitive eater, and I'm not. I didn't think that I would ever on the show do like a real challenge. To me, this seemed like not child's play, but now I'm shook.
Well, here's what I'll say. The way that you no longer respect my friend Chris because he wasn't able to do 24 glizzies in 24 hours.
But he failed so miserably, bro.
He got to 18. That's pretty good. That's 3/4 of the
way
there.
Oh, he did? I thought he didn't even do 18.
I think he might have hit 20, actually. And then he just, like, had to get... He had, like, an hour to go, and it was, like, kill 4 to 6 glizzies in the last hour. And he's like, I can't do it. I fucking give up. My body is emitting hot dog fumes.
I thought he had to, like, tap out at 8 or something.
No.
I was more talking shit because I really thought he failed miserably. But now that I'm in the fucking, I'm on deck
in the arena,
in the batter circle, the man in the arena. Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna. We'll see how it goes.
The man in the arena with ranch on his face.
I think it's a crapshoot, but I definitely
and chicken dicks in his veins.
Do sauces you think take up space, or really just changing up the flavor profile?
I think you should maybe like every 5 is a sauce, and that way it's like a little treat.
Interesting. Yeah. I was thinking I have every sauce so I can just keep it interesting the whole time. But does sauce take up room?
It's not that it takes up
room. Or are we lubricating these nugs so they go down even easier? Forget about even taste.
I don't think you got to worry about. I don't think you got to worry about lubricating McDonald's chicken McNuggets.
McNuggets, dude. Yeah.
These shits are lubed up with their own fucking fat and grease.
King pink slime. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'm excited to eat a couple McNuggets. I'm sure I'm going to regret that.
All right, everyone weigh in if you think words of encouragement, words of advice for our boy here, the fucking McNugget maestro.
I'm not telling Jenna I'm doing this, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
So this is just between us.
Yeah, keep it
This is
here.
the circle of trust for now.
Keep it
I'll tell her, well, depending on how it goes, I'll tell her after the fact.
Okay. This has been another episode of the only podcast that matters.
What's the outro's ice cream paint job?
Is ice cream paint job or November Rain? Duro. Well, Joe Coscarelli just recently posted Duro ice cream paint job, and
the no ceilings Wayne version is awesome. But I want to say we've used that before.
No, we've used his swag surf. I don't know. Whatever.
Dude, let's do Lil Wayne ice cream paint job.
All right, there it is.
Sick. All right, guys.
Chef, take us out.
See you next week.